Hi gang, Doug here. Welcome back to yet another board game channel and yet another round of Sentinels of the Multiverse as we try to foil the schemes of Baron Blade, and it's not looking good. This backlash field has pretty much ruined the entire thing for our heroes. Every time you do any damage at all to Blade, we get 3 back, and we have no way to alleviate it. I begin to think we may need to stall for time until something comes up that lets us get rid of that card. Because if we keep hitting, we are just going to die. Yeah, this is going very poorly. So yeah, I'm gonna try one turn here of just kind of stalling. See what comes in our next cards. PARSE does have a power card in there somewhere, and there's probably 2 copies of it as well, that lets her discard a card to destroy an ongoing card, which we desperately need. I think if that doesn't come up, or something that lets us destroy ongoing cards, we are doomed. If we could also get Fnatic has something that lets us completely wipe the board. We might, yeah, we need that as well. One of those. So let's try and delay for a turn. And as much as I hate to not attack Baron Blade, because it's just going to destroy us. All right, we will start with Mr. Fixer. All right, Mr. Fixer is going to play his Harmony card, ongoing limited. Courage first, power second, technique third. That's a quote from somebody named the Black Fist. Not actually sure who that is. Might have to look it up. When both a tool card and a style card are in play, as they are now, increase damage dealt by Mr. Fixer by 1. So now that's actually increasing his damage by 3. So that's pretty good. So now he is going to use his strike and deal 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. We'll just stick with melee against the true form. So we're going to do 4. It has 13, so that's going to leave it at 9. All right. Okay, 9 over on the true form. And then draw a card, Bloody Knuckles, which is great for inflicting damage. It increases it by 2, but all incoming damage is increased by 2 as well. So we probably won't be using that at this point, because we're way too low, unless we can find some way to do more healing. Alright, now it's Parse's turn. PARSE is going to play her Recompile. One shot, discard up to 3 cards, draw twice as many cards as you discarded this way. I'm hoping to get the things that will let her get rid of ongoing cards. And our flavor text from PARSE is, hold on just a tick, that's a lot to process. Okay, got it all. Because she's a thinker. So we are going to discard 2 of her cards, which means we are going to get 4 back. Data money, okay, here we are. Well, it lets us destroy an ongoing villain card if there's 2 or more. There's only 1 right now. Blech. Okay, it does allow us to destroy an environment card as well if there's 2 or more of them. Another updated intel, quick calculations, which will let us stack our deck a little bit. Actually put a couple of cards in our hand. an exploit vulnerability, which makes new targets more vulnerable for a turn. Alright, for her power phase, she is going to use her pinpoint shot and take out, and do another couple damage to the true form, and then knocking it down to 7. And we are going to draw a card, critical multiplier, right, which lets us increase people's damage by discarding cards. Alright, now on to Fanatic. Alright, Fanatic is actually going to play her Chastise on the true form, which means we won't be able to hurt it anymore this round. But that's okay, it won't be able to hurt us. And in the meantime, we might be able to destroy it. Yeah, we'll be able to take it out with that card Parse just got, the data mining. As we can see, play next to a non-hero target, other than a character card, so not our main villain. That target is immune to damage and cannot deal damage. At the start of your turn, Fanatic may deal herself 2 psychic damage. If she takes no damage this way, this card is destroyed. And the quote from Fanatic is quite simply, "Be still." So we're going to, up there, put this, we're going to attach it to the true form. Can't hurt it anymore. I just realized it was kind of a waste to do all the damage on it, but I don't want to hit Blade right now. We're stalling, and I don't actually want to take out the turret, because it'll just go under the Resurrection Ritual and come back at the end of the next environment turn. So there was no point. Actually, maybe we'll get rid of that instead. Well, we'll see what happens next turn. So, for her power, Fanatic will use her Absolution Sword. We'll do, again, we'll say Radiant to do 3 against the remote turret. Leaving it at 4. We, don't want to actually destroy it yet, because it'll just come back almost right away and hit us anyway. Right, and then we draw a card. I was really hoping for the one that wipes out everything. Divine Sacrifice. She does damage to a bunch of targets, and all of that damage is rerouted to her, or all damage from those targets for the next round is rerouted to her, so she'd take a heck of a lot of damage at that point. Alright, that's all for our heroes. Let's see what awaits at the Temple of Julong. Okay, we have no start of environment turn effects, so we're going to play the next card. Mysterious Ceremonies. Is that focusing? Chime of a bronze bell, hair of a black and gold cat, fragrance of holy lotus blossoms grown on the highest Himalayan peak, all necessary components. At the start of the environment turn, reveal the top card of the environment deck. If it is a target, discard it, otherwise put it into play. At the end of the environment turn, one player may either draw 3 cards or play 1 card. Oh. If no cards are drawn or played this way, destroy this card. Ooh, okay, so that lets us do some extra stuff. But it might start playing, no, that actually goes here. It might start playing lots of cards on top. Lots of environment cards, which are not always bad, but are usually tricky. Okay. Well, let's just go to the end of the environment turn. Nothing happens from the resurrection ritual. The true form cannot hurt whoever it would hurt for 3+3 damage. That's why we blocked him off rather than the turret. And then I've got to decide if I want any of the players to draw 3 cards or play 1. I'll look through my cards and think for a minute. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually going to have... I want either Parse or Fanatic to draw cards in hopes of getting really useful stuff. No, let's say Parse. Yeah, we're gonna draw 3 cards rather than play 1. So we got another data mining, so we'll be able to get rid of more environment cards if the bad ones turn up. Another exploit vulnerability and her extrasensory awareness power. So, it's still not what I was hoping to pick up, but that's what we got. So that concludes the environment turn. Now, let's see what Blade throws at us this time. Okay, start of Blade's turn. See, check the trash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We haven't quite lost from the secondary loss condition. So now we are going to feel... Okay. Living force field. This is kind of good and bad at the same time. Bad because, well, ongoing, reduced damage dealt to Blade by 1. I am hardly amused by your worthless attempts at competence. Yeah. He's not a very nice man. However, that means we do have 2 ongoing cards, which means Parse will be able to get rid of the backlash field, which is really what's causing us a lot of trouble right now. So, yeah, we might have a shot at doing a little something here. Okay, end of turn. Yes, the turret is unfortunately going to hit us all for 2, except Mr. Fixer, who's only going to get hit for 1 because of his pipe wrench. So he's down to 4. Yeah, this is not... I don't think this is going to end well. Okay, Parse is at 6 and Fanatic is at 5. Well, I'll plan out the next turn and be right back. Now, unfortunately, Mr. Fixer is not going to do anything this turn because I do not want to play either one of these cards. Bloody Knuckles and Alternating Tiger Claw. I like things the way they are, and I don't want him to attack anything because Blade's backlash field is still in effect right now. He can't hit True Form. We're going to wipe it out anyway. And we don't want to destroy the turret yet because it's just going to go under the resurrection ritual and, again, come right back. So, that means when you neither play a card or use a power during the draw card phase, you get to draw 2. So he's got another Alternating Tiger Claw and a toolbox, which we can play to get more cards. Yeah, okay. So that is it for Mr. Fixer. See if he survives to next turn and see if he can do anything. Alright, now Parse, and we're finally going to get rid of some really annoying cards. Okay, Parse is going to play her data mining. One shot. If there are 2 or more villain ongoing cards in play, we have 2. We can destroy one of them. And if there are 2 or more environment cards in play, there are 3. We can destroy one of them. And our quote is from Misinformation, who is PARSE's nemesis. Ah, what have you done? Presumably, PARSE has completely screwed up Misinformation's plan. Oh, we're going to play that. We are going to get rid of the backlash field, so we can finally start hitting Blade, even if he is a tiny bit resistant to damage now. And we are also going to destroy the True Form card so it can't keep hammering us, because he does a lot of damage, certainly more so than the turret. Okay, so PARSE will now use a power, her pinpoint shot, and actually hit Blade without fear of reprisal. It's only going to do 1 because of his living force field instead of 2. It's okay, we've got him down to 20. So only 20 more points to go till he flips and we kind of start all over again. Alright, PARSE will now draw a card. She's got another critical multiplier. Oh, and I totally forgot earlier about her updated intel. When a villain card enters play, you may look at the bottom card of a deck, then either put it on the top or bottom of that deck. Well, wouldn't be fair to do it for Mr. Fixer now because he's already had his turn. I already looked at the bottom of PARSE's and it wasn't brilliant, so we are going to look at the bottom card. A Fanatic. Oh, hold on. What we could do for the Temple of Zhulong, we could look at the bottom card of that, because the Mysterious Ceremonies only plays the card if something other than a target shows up. So if we look at the bottom of the Temple deck and it's a target, we can put it on top, which means it'll just we can guarantee that it'll be discarded and not go into play. Okay, let's do that. So bottom, okay, it is a target. It has HP, so we're going to put that on top, which means that the Temple is basically not going to get to play a card his turn. Alright, so we concluded PARSE's turn. We've retroactively done the thing we could have done. Now it's Fanatic's turn. Okay, Fanatic is going to play her Divine Focus. Ongoing limited at the start of every turn. That includes environment and villain. You may discard a card. If you do, Fanatic deals the villain target with the highest HP 2 radiant damage. It's only going to be 1 while his living force field is in effect, but every little bit. At the start of your turn, it comes back around, Fanatic may deal herself 4 fire damage. If she takes no damage this way, destroy this card. So it's only really going to last us to 1 round, but we got to do something. And we have a quote from Fanatic from Stranger in a Strange World, issue 8. Feel the undying wrath of the Lord. I'm going to put that into play there. Then she is going to use her Absolution and do 3 radiant damage to Baron Blade. Knock down to 2. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So that puts him down to 18. We're getting there, ever so slowly. And now she draws a card. Oh, that final dive that she played very early on in this game. Alright, that's that. Let's do one more environment turn. And then we'll do one more villain turn and call it an episode. Right, a little something I forgot at the beginning of Fanatic's turn. This was still technically in play at the Chastise. She'd have to take 2 psychic damage to keep it in play, but there's no point. So that actually goes away. So now, at the start of the environment turn, we will reveal the top card. If it's a target, which we now know it is, we will discard it. So the Shinobi Assassin does not come into play. Now, we still have to properly play a card. And oh, we get the Apprentice Poisoner again. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals the 3 non-environment targets with the lowest HP 1 toxic damage. And when we destroy it, it does everything non-environment 1 toxic damage. We've seen that before. And we'll add its 3 HP. So we now reach the end of the environment turn. Nothing's going to happen for Resurrection Ritual. Now we can do the Mysterious Ceremonies. So one of us, if we choose, can either play a card or draw 3 cards. What could we do? Okay, I'm thinking next turn of using data mining to get rid of the Resurrection Ritual. So what I'm actually going to do is, Fanatic is going to play her final dive, which we've seen. Destroy a target with few HP, 4 HP or fewer. In this case, we're going to make it the turret, the remote turret. I'm going to destroy that, and then we get to do, because it was 4 HP on it, 4 damage to another target. That goes under there for now, but we've already gone past the end of turn effect for that, so it will not come back. So 4, well, -1 because of the Living Force Field. Against Blade, we've actually got him down to 15. I'll get rid of that. So this stays in effect. Then, yeah, unfortunately the Apprentice Poisoner is going to hit all 3 of us. There wasn't really a way to avoid that. It won't actually hurt Mr. Fixer, because he reduces damage taken by 1. Parse goes down to 5, and Fanatic goes down to 4. I really thought I was going to be dead by this point, but we keep holding on. Just barely. Okay, now we'll see what Blade does for us one last time, and call it an episode. Alright, how close are we to losing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4 more cards in here, and we lose unless we can get Blade to flip. So, he now plays a card. Oh, jeez. Hasten Doom. Does each hero target 2 toxic damage, and we play the top card of the villain deck again. So yes, we've been here. We've seen that one before, so that puts Fnatic down to 2. Parse down to 3, and Mr. Fixer only takes 1, but he's down to 3 as well. And we play the next card, Elemental Redistributor. It's a device. Whenever Baron Blade would be dealt fire, cold, or lightning damage, redirect that damage to the hero target with the lowest HP. Well, we will just avoid doing fire, cold, or lightning damage to him. Fanatic gets to choose damage type with Absolution. Mr. Fixer gets to choose damage type with his Grease Monkey Fist. And Parse just does projectile damage at the moment. What's our flavor text? Baron Blade's inventions provide him offensive and defensive versatility and allow him to catch the heroes unprepared. Got 10. I think we can probably ignore that for a while. Okay, we'll zoom out and wrap up. Okay, I don't know how we're not dead yet. Our heroes have 2, 3, and 4. No, 2, 3, and 3 HP. I suspect I'm pretty sure next episode is going to be it. Of course, I said that last episode, and we've managed to hold on. We still have to do 15 damage to Blade before he flips, and he goes back up to 40, and we have to kill him again, only without the threat of the trash deck giving us an auto lose. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to go, but we'll see. Hope you join me next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for subscribing to the channel and liking the videos both on YouTube and Board Game Geek. It's appreciated. And I will see you next time for yet another round of Sentinels of the Multiverse. So long.